What if the person you think is the one is actually leading you away from God? It often starts beautifully. You meet someone kind, attractive, and easy to talk to. She makes you feel understood, valued, even inspired. You begin imagining a future together. But slowly, subtle things begin to surface. Maybe she pulls you away from prayer, pressures you into compromising your values, or creates emotional confusion instead of peace. You ignore it because you don't want to lose her. You tell yourself, it's probably nothing. But deep down, you wonder, is this really from God? One of the biggest mistakes people make when discerning a future spouse is prioritizing chemistry over character. In Catholic teaching, marriage is not just a romantic partnership, it is a sacrament, a sacred covenant designed to reflect Christ's love for the Church. This means the person you choose will deeply affect not just your happiness, but your soul. The Bible gives clear guidance in Proverbs 31:30. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. This verse reminds us that outward attraction can distract us from what truly matters: reverence for God. A key truth is this: a godly wife is not perfect, but she is oriented toward God. And, equally important, there are red flags you should never ignore, no matter how strong your feelings are. Another misconception is believing you can fix someone through love. Catholic doctrine emphasizes grace and free will. You are not responsible for changing another person's heart. That is God's work. Entering a relationship hoping someone will transform later is not discernment, it's denial. Scripture also warns us in 2 Corinthians 6:14, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers." This doesn't just mean religious labels, it refers to alignment in values, faith, and moral direction. If your paths are fundamentally different, the relationship will eventually strain your spiritual life. And perhaps the hardest truth: not every relationship that feels right is right in God's eyes. As Jeremiah 17:9 says, "The heart is deceitful above all things." Feelings can mislead us if they are not grounded in truth. So, how do you spot a godly wife and recognize red flags before it's too late? First, watch how she relates to God. Does she have a genuine prayer life? Does she seek God independently of you? A godly woman doesn't rely on you to be her spiritual anchor. She already stands on faith. If she dismisses or neglects God, that's something to overlook. Second, pay attention to how she influences your soul. Do you feel encouraged to grow in virtue, or are you drifting into compromise? A relationship rooted in God should lead you closer to holiness. As 1 Corinthians 15:33 warns, bad company corrupts good character. Third, look for humility, not pride. Pride creates conflict, while humility fosters peace. A godly wife will be teachable, open to correction, and willing to grow. Persistent arrogance or an inability to admit fault is a serious red flag. Fourth, observe how she handles conflict. Does she communicate with respect, or does she manipulate, guilt trip, or lash out? Catholic teaching emphasizes charity and dignity in all relationships. Love does not degrade, it builds up. Fifth, examine her view of love and commitment. Does she understand love as sacrifice or merely as emotion? In Ephesians 5:25, we see that love is self-giving. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave herself up for her. This means the person you choose will deeply affect not just your happiness, but your self-sacrifice. Sixth, notice patterns, not promises. Words can be convincing, but patterns reveal truth. If she consistently shows disrespect, dishonesty, or instability, believe what you see. As Jesus teaches in Matthew 7:16, "By their fruits you will know them." Seventh, seek guidance from others. God often speaks through wise counsel. Trusted mentors, family members, or spiritual directors can offer clarity. Proverbs 15:22 says, "Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed." Ultimately, a godly wife is someone who walks with you toward heaven. She doesn't have to be flawless, but she should be striving for holiness, rooted in truth, and committed to growing in love. here's the twist. Before you focus on finding a godly wife, ask yourself, are you becoming a godly husband? Because it's easy to spot red flags in others while ignoring the areas in your own life that need growth. The kind of person you're seeking is also seeking someone who reflects Christ. And what if the reason certain relationships don't work out is because God is protecting you from a path that would pull you away from Him? Sometimes the clearest sign of God's guidance is not who enters your life, but who quietly exits. If this message challenged you, take time to reflect and pray. Ask God for wisdom, discernment, and the courage to walk away from what is not aligned with Him. Trust that He desires not just any relationship for you, but one that leads to truth, love, and eternal purpose. And if you want more content that helps you grow in faith and make better life decisions, don't forget to subscribe. Your journey toward a Christ-centered relationship starts now.